Hello, my name is LauraStreppone, and hopefully last month you joined me for our last book, The Magic of Thinking Big, and hopefully you benefited from it. We're going to move on to the next book for April. These book series are completely free. If you know anybody that is looking for personal development and interested in getting success, learning about success, achieving goals, and just how to go about it, then we're going to go over the book Ready, Set, Achieve. Taking charge of your life, creating balance, and achieving your goals. It's a quick read. It is very thin. Very thin. It's only 5 chapters, so we're going to do, and I'm going to hold myself accountable this week from today until Saturday, except for Wednesday. I have a engagement or a conflict. So every day this week we're going to go over a chapter. So hi, my name is Laura, and this is just our book series. And if you're watching on the replay, thank you for joining. I want to tell you really quick that you're going to learn tools to develop a winning goal, in case you don't even know how to get started. Sorry, I'm fixing my makeup. And I'm sorry I'm a little late. I jerry-rigged all this stuff to do my filming and broadcasting, and having trouble with it. But let's see. So you're going to learn the tool to develop the winning goal. You're going to learn an exercise, and there's going to be a rule in the first chapter that we give you, or the book gives you, and a couple tips. So we're just going to go over chapter 1. How are we doing? You can say hi. You can comment even on Facebook Live. If you're watching on the read broadcast, you can comment. I don't want to touch too much, but if I don't see your comment, I will get to it eventually. So you can leave a comment on Facebook Live in the comment section. All it does is it stops the broadcast for a moment so you can type, and then you can go ahead and keep watching. So, is this recording? Yeah, that's recording. I wanted to make sure out there. Okay, so, and if you're watching on YouTube later, you can comment in the bottom. Let's get started. So, chapter 1, it's time to change. How many of you have delayed and delayed and delayed things? Yeah? How often do you say, I want to get something started, I want to do this, but don't know where to go or how to get started? So we're going to talk about that. It's just time to change. So we have to start knowing what the goal is. So does anybody out there have a certain goal? They already know what they're going for. What you're going to learn what we need to do to achieve the goal. You're going to do that yourself through the series of this videos. Why you are trying to achieve the goal, and what deadline you have for achieving this goal. So we're going to start with the tool to develop the winning goal that is going to get you to where you want. How we do that is we use, I forget what they call them, the mnemonics. Is that what they call them? I think. So it's SMART, S-M-A-R-T, SMART. If you can write that down, and I hope you brought a pen and paper, because pen to paper is always very important. So the mnemonic is SMART. We're going to start with S for SMART, and that equals specific. So your goal has to have, you have to narrow the focus of your goal. It cannot be broad or vague as, I wish to lose weight. That's too broad. You have to be more specific. Provide details about the amount of weight you want to lose. What weight do you want to lose? Do you want to lose fat, or do you want to lose muscle? And by when? So you have to be very specific with the goal you're reaching. And my goals are going to, or my discussions are going to be a lot geared towards fitness, because I'm a Beachbody coach, and that's what I do. I coach people on losing weight and getting healthy. So that's what I'm going to gear everything towards. So S, be specific. Yeah. So M equals measurable. And this will kind of be redundant, but it needs to be specific to numbers and percentages. How will you measure the amount lost? Some people are ditching the scales. You know, I only got on my scale recently to get ready for my challenge group, so I knew what kind of weight I was at, but rarely do I step on the scale. So you need to find a way to measure. Are you going to look at a scale, or are you going to measure it by your clothing? That's a great way to determine if you're having progress and getting healthy. So figure out how it's going to be measured. A, in the SMART mnemonic, is attainable. This is one that people sometimes have issues with because they just go too big. And I don't want to say you can't reach a very, very big goal, but you want to make it within reason, attainable. Must be aligned with the person's life or allotment of time. So if you're not like I do a lot of choreographed fitness programs. I really find it challenges me, but if you're more of a person that likes to do just movements, like a boot camp style, then you know that about yourself, and you need to make sure that you stay within that what do they say nowadays? You stay in your lane. Yeah, that's a saying. Maybe it's even dated for me. Or if you're somebody that lacks a lot of time to put into their weight loss, then you need to get a program that is reasonable to the time you can allow. Excuse me. So if you don't have a lot of time, sorry, I had a brain fart there. You want to maybe go with something like the 22-minute hardcore or a 21-day fix. Those are only 22 minutes. It says it in the name, 22-minute hardcore. And if you're somebody that, doesn't do choreography and is struggling with the amount of time, then 22-minute hardcore is the one for you. But, if you have flexible time, then you might be able to allow a different program. Let's see. You cannot compare your weight loss journey to a Biggest Loser contestant. So the book goes into, excuse me, I have something in my throat. Biggest Loser contestants who, they live on the ranch. They do workouts like 8 hours a day, and they have all this access to food that's in their refrigerator. They have like what I would call the luxury weight loss lifestyle. We don't have that. You don't have a show handed to you to package it nicely. It's very fun to watch that program and that type of structure to losing weight, but it's not ideal and it's not attainable in most people's lives. You can't just quit your job. You don't have complete access to as much food as you want to eat healthy. You don't have, all the time in the world if you're a working mom to just live in the gym. So that's not attainable. And hopefully you guys all know that without me having to say it, but the book goes into that. We're all living a different life than that. Most of us don't have that kind of spare time. And a lot of us are faced with tons of distractions like cell phones, the internet, Facebook. But thank you for joining me. If I didn't thank you already, thank you for joining me. If you're on the rebroadcast, share this if you think anybody would benefit from it. So we're going to move on to R. So we did S, specific, be specific with your goal. Make sure it's measurable with a number or some sort of deadline. Sorry, not deadline, but some way you can figure out how your progress is going. Attainable, that it's reasonable and you can manage what is required of you. And then R is realistic. So it kind of goes with attainable. I said it. So it must be attainable or realistic. Does it fit into a dream category like winning the lottery? Or is it realistic and not setting me up for self-sabotage? Like expecting that you're going to be go from a size 12 to wanting to be a size 4 within 2 months. It is almost not going to happen, I can tell you. Okay? 2 months is too much to lose that much weight. It would be very unhealthy. It's not a reasonable amount, I will advise. So, and that's just my personal opinion and education. But, you need to make sure it's realistic. It's not like, and especially with weight loss, you want to start, in small kind of goals. It's not like the show, what's that show? Extreme Weight Loss, where he takes people for a whole year, and this is what they do for a whole year. And it's wrapped up in a nice two-hour show. Your life is not wrapped up into a 2-hour show where you can get this all done in 2 hours or 2 months or 4 months. You have to make sure your goal is attainable and realistic, okay? The last mnemonic for SMART is T. It needs to be time driven. You have to give yourself reasonable deadlines as well. And that kind of went hand in hand with being realistic. What does that say? Sorry. I got lost in my notes there. So, it just needs to be, you have to give yourself a deadline. So, right now we're doing our 22-minute hardcore. It's 8-week program, 60 days. I hope to lose at least 10 pounds, if not more. Some people have different reasons for it. They just hope to get a healthy lifestyle back on track. It depends on what you want out of it. So, but you need to have a range of time that you're going to focus on your goal and achieve it by. Excuse me, I'm a little burpy from my shake. How are we doing out there? Good? If you find this useful, share it. Just getting better with my my broadcasts and my videos on Facebook or YouTube. And I'm going to be doing this for the entire week. So I hope you'll join me Tuesday. It'll be about the same time. So let's move on to an exercise. If you have a paper, pen, please write this down. So we're going to do planning the goal. So you're going to write a checklist of needs and wants. And you can be very big about what you need and you want. You can be very small. I want you to go at both areas. And then you need to determine how and why. Determine the how, why, and what will happen. So how will it affect you? Who and what will be affected? So hopefully I will be affected if I lose 10 pounds. And how can I reduce effects if it's negative? Sorry, I forgot to put my stop notifications. So and then, okay, so we're going to go over the rule to achieving your goal. The no excuses rule. I discuss this a lot in the magic of thinking big. So don't make excuses. The only one affected by them is you, okay? Anytime you make an excuse, somebody might give you sympathy, might give you understanding, but that doesn't have any relation to your outcome. So you need to just put the excuses aside. They won't help you achieve your goal. So a couple tips I wanted to go over is finding the winning balance. So you need to have the dedication, the drive, and determination. Those are the keys. But realize that some things can't be controlled. So things are going to happen and you're going to find roadblocks, but you need to stay determined to see the goals out. Don't neglect and create unbalanced and unhealthy environment just to achieve your goal. Focus on one area. So just focusing on work and ignoring your health and family and friends is not going to be good and conducive for you. It's going to end up lopsiding another area. So you need to try to be able to balance everything, but giving the one area you're working on a little more time, but not too much, where you find neglect. So, and then the book goes over the winds of change. It's bad weather here today, so this is a good day to do the video. I'm not going out anywhere now. It's raining. But, so action means change. Change can be scary for people, but it needs to happen. You can keep the same routine. Is that going to make you better? It's going to keep you the same. You're going to be in the same situation, and you're just going to keep cruising on autopilot. Now, to me, like most of us in the fitness industry know that, you know, to grow, you have to change. So please remember that. And so that is chapter 1. It's brief and quick, and Ready, Set, Achieve by this person. I'm not going to butcher that name. I know the second name is Jody Miller, but I think it's Yuri Diogenes. Looks like DeGeneres for me. So any questions? Can I help you with anything? If you have questions or comments, you can leave them below while I'm on here live. So again, we're going to go over each chapter this week daily. Chapter 2 is pretty extensive, and so is chapter 3, so they'll be longer. So give yourself a good 20 to 30 minutes to be with me for these. And I appreciate you joining. If you know anybody that would benefit from this, please share it. Please share it anyway. I want to get more people involved and doing more personal development. Facebook Live is a great way to grow and achieve our goals. So I hope you enjoyed this. Give me some love. If not, you can also leave comments about any advice you have for me. And that's about it. Go to LauraStreppone.com. That's Laura, L-A-U-R-A, Streppone, S-T-R-E-P-P-O-N-E, all one word, .com. Or you can check out my YouTube at youtube.com, TKB Laura. That's TKB Laura. Or you can go to Laura S Fit Life on Facebook. Well, you're already on there, but it's Laura S Fit Life. So I hope you have enjoyed this, and I'm going to sign off. But thank you. Have a good day. Oh, wait, let me